Hello, folks. Welcome to the Scumdogs Kennel. I'm your host, Chris Williams, and I have another great show planned for us. Let's go. While we wait for people to gather in the chat, let me go off and show off some artwork from my own upcoming Indiegogo graphic novel, Scumdogs. Okay, let me go to share screen, and here we go. Here's my Extreme 90s cover. It looks pretty good, huh? This cover, as I've said before, I'm trying to harken back to the 90s with the comic boom. I'm trying to harken back to 90s comics with this cover. I really did. Yeah. As I said, let me say that with a little more enthusiasm, huh? With this cover, I'm trying to harken back to 90s comics. It looks pretty good, huh? Pretty good. You can back this cover. You can get this cover with a choice of two other covers as well, making a total. Yeah, when you go in when my campaign finally goes live and stuff, you'll have a choice of 3 different covers. You can back this one or 2 others. Now, Scumdogs, as I've said, is a parody of 80s cartoons. But the Scumdogs themselves, well, the Scumdogs are pro athletes in the future who have traded in their humanity to gain superpowers, but they ended up getting banned from sports. So, being arrogant athletes that they are, they decided to become supervillains. Here we have Deathmug, the purple guy over here with the silver mask. He's a parody of Skeletor from He-Man. Well, mainly because he's got a skull face, like Skeletor has a skull face, you see. He's fighting his archenemy, Buick Starpoon, who's basically a parody of Duke from G.I. Joe, as well as Buzz Lightyear and Buck Rogers, because he's Buick Starpoon. He's the guy with the pink pompadour hair over here, you see. He's a parody of the space captain archetype, the space heroes or space captains who go and basically go out and fight villainy, like James T. Kirk and stuff like that. You get the idea? Well, he's him. All right? He leads his team in the Space Forces against the Scumdogs, and you see other members of his team over here. The guy with the mohawk is over here is Roadhog, while this bald guy with a gun, this guy is Beach Pounder. And that guy back here in a vehicle, he's in a red version. He's in red over here, but he's firing off his weapons at this guy over here. That is Blast Tank. Now, let me show off some more artwork. All right, let's have some more fun. Show off some more. Maybe just a moment. Let me do this. Here. All right. Let's do this. Remember, folks, my own Indiegogo, as well as, well, let me go back here. All right. Just a moment. We'll get on to these characters right now. Here, this is Girl Friday. Girl Friday is another member of the Wild Rangers, which is the name of Buick Starpoon's team. Only she's no Girl Friday. She's a parody of the Girl Friday archetype. The female characters that follow around other characters and basically are the basic pseudo girlfriends or guard their girlfriends and stuff like that. She's no Girl Friday to Buick Starpoon, though. She hates his guts. See, she was put there on the Wild Rangers. Well, she's part of the Wild Rangers because her superiors in the Space Forces wanted someone to basically babysit them and stuff. As while the Wild Rangers get the job done, they're just highly destructive idiots. So they put her there to watch them and try to have her make the team basically go in the direction of getting the job done and not destroy anything they're not supposed to. And she hates it because she feels like her career has been destroyed and because she's now watching a bunch of idiots. That's Girl Friday. She's going to be hilarious to read in my graphic novel. All right. Now, could you all also hit that like button for me, as well as go over and basically share this video out, share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook. All right. Here are my idiots. Well, in every 80s cartoon, the main villain would be served by morons. Well, these are the idiots that who serve Buick Starpro, who serve Death Mug. Also, remember, folks, go over to Indiegogo. When you go and go and search out Scumdogs on Indiegogo. It'll take you to my pre-launch page. Sign up for it. The first 100 backers get a free poster of Buick Starpoon. And as I said, these are my idiots who serve Death Mug. There is henchmen and stuff like that. They're a parody of being henchmen. There are a couple of morons. The blue guy with the top hat is Murder Mouth. Let me say it again. The blue guy with the top hat is Murder Mouth. This pink villain over here is Sloppy. There are a couple of idiots, and they screw up every mission they're given, and they're going to be fun to watch. Here we have this pinup of Hair Metal Doctor. Hair Metal Doctor is a parody of Dr. Mindbender from G.I. Joe, a mad scientist. Only my version of a mad scientist is crossed over with a hair metal musician. I thought there was an awesome idea for a villain, so I made Hair Metal Doctor. He's a parody of he's a parody. He's going to be fun to watch him do mad science while he rocks out, so be sure to go and get my graphic novel to see him. Here we have Miss Breasty Melons. She's a parody of the Baroness from G.I. Joe. She's going to be fun to watch. Instead of being like the Baroness, she's a party girl. She became a villain because she thought it would be fun. So when you read my graphic novel, you're going to have fun reading about her. That's Miss Breasty Melons. All right, I got that done. Let's get over here and stuff like that. Exit out of these. All right. Let's go over here. Here we are. All right, I have it. Let's see this. It's in. Let's have some more fun. Here on Indiegogo, we can look for some more graphic novels. The Current Plane has made $484. Not bad. It looks pretty good. All right, The Current Plane. It looks good. Summary. Let's see. Illustrator. Let's see. Let's read this summary, or what's going on here. A professional illustrator and lover of sci-fi, more than 20 years ago, I came up with the concept of the current plane, an underwater world where fish are turned into cyborgs. It's basically in a cybernetic underwater parallel dimension. A group of aquatic freedom fighters led by a dolphin have to take out a dysphoric chimpanzee. After a few months of prepping, now it seemed like a good time to go ahead and begin this tale. Let's see what this is about. In the 1970s, a secret mission to outer space went haywire, and the space vessel crashed into the Atlantic at hull-crushed depth. The vessel imploded, somehow creating an interdimensional doorway below the ocean surface. Since that time, oceanic life has passed through the door, being assimilated into an alternate dimension. This dimension, called the current plane, is run by a mysterious being called the Apex. What's more, an electromagnetic current pervades the plane, beneath the minds of all of its cyber-aquatic inhabitants to its maniacal will. Recently, though, the very first dolphin passed through the Atlantic door and into the current plane. This creature will be able to overcome the current plane and gain stinging liberty. Having performed a small strike force dubbed the Cloaks, they made an attempt to dispose the Apex. However, sonar the dolphin was taken captive. Now the rest of the freedom force must stage a daring rescue mission to free their new leader or risk losing it all. That sounds pretty good, and the artwork for this book is very nice. Look at it. Looks very good. It's a funny little book, and it looks damn good to me. Let's look at this trailer. All right, folks, that's pretty good. I think I'll go send out a few invites. Can't get. Let's see about getting John Malin on here, huh? Maybe. Let's see. We also do this. Invites. See if anyone's. Oh, we have more people watching us. Thank you for coming on. Be sure to hit that like button for me, okay, folks? As well as please share this video out. Share it out anywhere. Share it out on Twitter. Share it anywhere, okay? As I said, I'm going to send out an invite. Oops. All right, do that. Let's get this on here. Let's get this there. Maybe also to Ethan Van Scaver if he wants to come on. Maybe I should do that. There. Let's see if we can't get anyone on here. Stuff. That looks like it's going to be fun. Let's go back over to Indiegogo. There's Requiem for the Crazies. Requiem for the Crazies looks like a pretty good book. You can back this book for $15, just that one. But you can also get all three books, the previous 2 issues, and merch for $80. That's pretty good. We should have had a thing where you could just get all 3 books and just maybe, but for a lighter price because this is $80. It looks pretty good. It looks all pretty good. Let's go look at this. Let's go look at this trailer.
What would you do if you completely lost your job, your family, your home, your mind? Would anyone care? Where would you go? Perhaps you'd be forced, like so many unfortunate others, to live on the streets, a bomb, overlooked and forgotten by the society that you were cast from. Now imagine that an insane cult leader has been slowly injecting mind-altering drugs into the food that you and all the other homeless get from the bread lines, brainwashing you to be a mindless servant in this nefarious. Can you imagine it? Quick, there's no time to think. I hope you'll consider the questions that I've just posed, because a troubled man named Dante didn't. And when he found himself in the middle of a war between drug dealers, occult militants, and a corrupt mayor's secret police, well, he did what any of us would do. Panic. I'm Rusty Cage, and this is the continued harrowing tale of 2 bums fighting to save the homeless from the forces of evil. This is Requiem of the Crazies, Part 3, now crowdfunding on Indiegogo. If you missed the first 2 Indiegogo comic book campaigns, there is no better time to join. These books are selling like hotcakes, and issue 3 is the most action-packed issue yet. That's one hot book. By joining this Indiegogo campaign, you can get everything from a signed copy of a comic, stickers, patches, posters, pins, and even get your name printed in the back of the comic. And well, I've always been taught to never ask for something without giving something in return, which is why I've made Requiem of the Crazies Part 1 and 2 available to read for free online. I hope you'll all consider contributing to this Indiegogo campaign. Just click the links right down below. You won't regret
it. All right, that was pretty good. It was fun, huh? The Requiem for the Crazies. The newest issue looks pretty damn good. Let's have some fun here. As I said, you can get all this stuff with it. It looks damn good. Now let's go look at some other stuff. Let's get something up on Kickstarter started. Let's go to games. Oh, Dangerous Destination. Looks somewhat interesting. Let's look at this. A metal shoot 'em up for Sega Genesis Mega Drive. It's made $31,942. It's going for $42,000. It's nearly there. 28 days to go. Let's check this out.
White Ninja! Irina, Genesis Metal Fury. Welcome to the next level. Take control of the mighty Raiden MG323 and destroy them all. Save your progress onto backup memory. Devastate your enemies with the Dragon Fury attack. Show no weakness against bosses. This is where you die. Share your best high scores on the internet. Join Selena to help defeat the Emperor Shungor's army. Use one of 3 available weapons to clear your way. Irina, Genesis Metal Fury.
All right. That looks good. That looks very good. Look at the artwork. Great. Nice. Very, very nice. All right. Not bad. Our main goal is to carry out our developer running Genesis Metal Gear and then publish our physical edition, including a box, a user manual cartridge to satisfy players and collectors looking for a new sensation of the Sega console. Our game will be complete with all variants of the console: Sega Genesis, Mega Drive, Sega Nomad, Wonder Mega, and Sega Genesis. It looks good. As both games and developers, we have the legendary Sega Genesis and Mega Drive console through our skillful utilization of the original Sega hardware, and with the special care that we were taking to the development process, White Ninja Studio is committed to offer you the best possible gaming experience. It looks good. Very good. Let's look at this here over for a moment. Here's some gameplay. Got some good music too. That looks good. Oh, look, we have people. Dylan Droz. I don't know this guy. What if we don't get along? Then it will be awkward. Dylan Droz. Well, just keep my. If you're talking about me, just watch my show. If you like me, keep watching me. I'll try to entertain you. But I don't even like Rick, and I know he's reading this. Don't know who you are, who you're talking about, Bullet, but Rick. All right. My sketchbook 340. Rick has inadvertently turned us into trolls. Ooh. Marsupial Gamer. Weird. I have to have 2 live streams open to see and hear the chat at the same time. Damn it, Linda. Let me go. But what's all this then? From Bullet, I'm watching. I'm not impressed yet. Bullet, this commercial is the best thing I've seen outside of Rick's channel today. Pope Raven, are you Rick's brother? No, Pope Raven, I'm just a guy who does live streams and stuff like that, trying to promote his own Indiegogo graphic novel that's currently in a pre-launch phase on Indiegogo. Scumdogs. If you go to Indiegogo, put Scumdogs in, it'll take you to my pre-launch page, and you'll see my own Indiegogo up there. You can sign up for it. You can sign up for Scumdogs, and then the first 100 backers will get a free poster of Buick Starpoon. And I'm loving the fact you guys have sent me so many chats. Diller Draws. I'm looking at the art. Diller Draws. He is Rick's Hyperclone. Hyperclone? Mhm. I don't know about that either, Diller Draws. What are you doing then? I don't know. Let's see. But Sega, now we are talking. Diller Draws. I don't think I went to stay. Gamers are more. Yeah, well, I check out. Well, Diller Draws. I check out every kind of commercial and stuff like that. I basically do this mainly because I don't want my show to get too stale if I keep looking at Indiegogo Comicsgate books. But mostly I just promote Comicsgate books. But I look at other stuff like like what we were doing. I also do news stories. I go to various Disney Star Wars is dumb and stuff like that, and other news sites, and talk about those stories as well. If you wait a few more minutes, I'll start doing that as well. Pope Raven, John, you could join the stream. Maybe you could. I have him send me out a tweet or something, or a DM on Twitter, folks. Look for Chris Williams. Marsupial Gamer, impressed by the Paper Raid. Brick on another Rebel Gaming Comics alone. He's into comics. Well, he is. You just watched Rick all day. Can't give this guy 2 seconds? No, my goodness. This. Hi, Miss Diller Draws. Hi, Miss Diller Draws. Marsupial Gamer. Is Linda watching this? Diller Draws, Minecraft, and WizGiz. So WizGiz is doing a stream right now. Oh, that's pretty good for him. And is this Linda? And Diller Draws and Indie Vault. Diller Draws. I'm lost in my home chat. I'm giving this guy a thumbs up, Rick. I'm lost in my home chat. Is saying delivers are better. Do you prefer YouTubers? D-livers are better. Do you prefer YouTubers? Usually I use that, but I do put stuff up. BitChute. I need to use D-Live maybe a bit more. Marsupial Gamer. I'm gonna give Rick's stream a thumbs up, down for chat live on his channel. Rick, I'm Chris. Well, Rick. All right. Thanks for giving me a shout out, Marsupial Gamer. Timothy Olsen, hi, Rick. Timothy Olsen, hi. Timothy Olsen, hello, Rick. You don't know Cross Gamers, that's good. You shouldn't know him. Hi, Rick. If you guys think I'm Rick, I'm Chris Williams here, and I do read comics that are bad for you. But if you're basically having me shouting me out on Rick's channel, that's pretty good too. We don't know the guy, but I would love to hear from him. Rick is another YouTuber. Cross Comics is Rick. Thank you, Bullet. That's very good. Cross Comics, huh? Marsupial Gamer, we're watching you and Rick paper at the same time, and he's reading your chat. Well, Rick, thank you for reading my chat, man. Mr. Draws, can I have the link, please? Mr. Draws. All right. Just go to my... I guess I can put my let me put the link in here, huh? Why not? Let's see about that. Here's my, I sent the link out, so let's see that. Yeah, if you guys want to join me, I would love to hear from you guys. My sketchbook 340, he has an Indiegogo, cool. Oh, he does comics? I like him more now. Scumdogs, Diller Draws, yes, that's my comic book. I subscribe. Thank you, Miss Diller Draws. Do you have a Twitter? Yep, so did I. Cross Comics, do you have a link for your book? Well, I need to look into that. I'm not quite sure how to get a link to my Indiegogo and stuff yet. Timothy also, Scumdogs is a war reference. Well, basically, they are basically kind of a it is kind of a war reference and stuff like that. I did have some of the idea of using war imagery, and the idea of war basically made my comic book. They're a bunch of pro athletes who turn into supervillains and stuff like that. Because in the future, Scumdogs are people who trade in their humanity, gain superpowers. They compete in sporting events. All right. Here's Cross Comics. Maybe I'll put him on the stream now. Hello, Cross Comics. Welcome to
Hello.
Channel, Scumdogs Kennel.
Well, thanks for having me on. So I'm the guy that they're all talking about in the chat.
Yep.
Rick. How are you?
My name is Chris Williams, not Rick.
No. I said I know. I was saying I'm Rick.
Hello, Rick. It's nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. And how are you, Chris?
I'm doing pretty good. I promote my comic books every day, trying to do my best, and I'm glad I'm having such a great stream. I started. I used to do. I do my live streams usually at 5:30, but I've been doing a few later live streams more often now, and I'm getting good results, especially today.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do live stream twice a day for about 2 hours. One at noon Eastern Standard Time, and one at 10 Eastern Standard Time.
Well, that's pretty good. I'm glad for you. That sounds great, man. So, do you have a comic book to promote? Because I promote mine.
Yeah. Well, right now I've got an Indiegogo up doing a coloring book for my comic characters. I have a whole universe I've created.
Your character wouldn't have to be Captain Canuck, would it?
Canadian Shield.
Yeah, Canadian Shield. Sorry, Captain Canuck. It was Canadian Shield. Sorry about that. Let's go look at Canadian Shield. Let me find it up here.
Well, you want the coloring book at the moment because the Canadian Shield. I did fund the Canadian Shield like about 8 months ago, 10 months ago, and well, I fulfilled earlier last year.
I know. Then you released this new book, this coloring book to promote your future comic books.
Yeah.
If I can find it over here, or maybe I'll just search it out. All right, let's go. Canadian.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna want to type Cross Comics. Canadian Shield.
All right, Cross Comics. Yeah. Let's go. Here we are. Cross Comics and your new latest thing here. There's your. Tell us about your stuff and stuff like that while you look at it.
Well, I have a wide array of comic book characters, heroes, and villains. I've got things planned out for a little bit. So I'm in the middle of getting number 2 of the Canadian Shield drawn up, and another one called Snowdrift. And while they're being drawn up and colored and all that, I brought this fun little project of Cross Comics characters for people to color. There's a few people in the community that have actually contributed to it. Dillard Draws in your thing has contributed. I'm not sure whether anybody else in the chat has, but a few other people that know me. So, it's just something to do a little fun, hopefully make a couple bucks off of, although I must admit that's not my major priority. Last time I had my campaign, had a hard time getting my money, and I did it in American funds instead of Canadian, so this is to see whether no, I mean, you backed it, Marsupio. I'm just saying Dillard drew something for it. Yeah, something fun to get people to know my characters. I'm seeing whether raising in Canadian funds, I can get my money easier than raising in American funds. So,
I wanted something. It does look good. Your book does look good. I mean, the artwork is very nicely done. I've seen better, but your artwork is good and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
very nice. Like especially with color.
Those ones there are all mine. If you go down, a few are different other people's. That's my cover. Part of
this one's good here. This one's
that's boy George Gatsis. I'm not sure whether you've heard of him.
All right.
And again, there's one of mine. And I'm going to try and put on anyone that has a single one a little bit of history about the character. This is a guy by Flyfox Pro. And I haven't got Dillard's up yet.
All right, looks pretty good.
Actually, good. John Dillard did this. This was for a coloring contest that I had on my channel to see who would color my book, my first one. And John Dillard, who's in the chat, also has a book out too called The Buckler.
The Buckler, yeah.
And I
looked at that book before. His book's now in demand and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we can take a look at that.
Yeah.
What was you want to say something? Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
All right, let's go back over here to comics. I'll bring the Buckler. It's over here somewhere. or maybe I should just put the buckler in.
Yeah, they've got so many on there. It's just easier to type in a name.
I don't know. Here's the buckler. Let's see, bring it up here. All right, let's that here.
Hey, and you even see the Canadian shield when you take the buckler there.
I know, that's funny there. Let's see. Here's I was going to see if anyone else that. All right, let's go look at the buckler now. Looks pretty good. All right.
Look, John was in the green room. You want to go, John? He probably didn't realize.
Do you mean John? John was out here. John Malin. I was going to have
No, John Dillard.
John
Dillard Draws, who did the buckler.
John Dillard Draws. Was he just in here? I wanted to have. That's why I came back here to see if I could get him on here. If he's, I sent the link out. All right, let's. If he comes back, we'll the buckler. Let's see, read this and stuff like there. The cover is awesome. This is
he painted that himself, and it's, as you can see, one of the tiers. You can get the painting of it for like $2,000 plus, the book and all that.
All right, the buckler. Well, who is the buckler? Who is he and stuff like that? Who is this guy? Buckler is a villain, the only villain in Winnipeg. Returning from a long laying low period, he has now decided to the time of death to control of the criminal.
John's back in the green room.
All right, let's bring him up here. Let's have him tell us about the.
Here I am.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Williams.
Thank you, Mr. John Dillard. Thank you for coming to the Scumdog.
Yes, John Buckler. There you
go. John Buckler. Well, welcome, John Buckler. Tell us about your evil plan.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Sure, I'll tell you all about my evil plan. What I plan to do is grift as much money as possible from all these people that like comic book characters.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So what I decided to do was I decided to create something that people don't normally see, and that's a villain. He's a villain. And, he's probably the greatest villain in Canada, at least. And what he is he's back in town. He got kind of excommunicated from being in town for committing murder back in the day, back when he was kind of a weakling. So he left for a long time and came back, and now he's put on about 50 pounds of muscle. He's a wrecking machine. He eats lightning and craps thunder, and now he's back in town ready to take back his position.
Looks pretty good. And the artwork is good as well.
Thank you. You're sending me links. Yeah, this is basically a couple of images here of they're having a mostly peaceful protest against the police. The police are not doing enough to stop the buckler, so they're harassing the police during this protest. And the buckler decides to show up and antagonize the crowd and start attacking people, and he incites a riot.
Figures as much.
Much more topical now, huh? Than when I wrote it.
I know. Is what's happening now. Yep.
Yeah, so he's basically a villain with the strength of 3 men. So he can deal with these people pretty easily, handily.
All right. Let's see. Who's he going up against in the book? Who's his villains? And he's already a villain and stuff like that. Is he going up against any heroes or other villains and stuff like that? Because he was chased out of the town.
Yeah, he was chased out of the town because of the actions of a guy named Todd Harrington. Todd Harrington at the time was an investigative journalist. Not only that, Todd Harrington is a very good guy. He's everything the buckler is not. He's responsible. He's an adult male that gets up in the morning and shaves. That's Harrington right there. After the bucklers attacked him, he's wearing a little brace on his face there. And also this lady here, her name is Miss Maple. It's a character I borrowed from one of my friends named Kat. And she's been hired. She's from Toronto. She's been hired by Winnipeg to kind of deal with the buckler situation because they don't have any actual heroes to deal with this. So they brought her in to see if she can help out. And that's me right there cowering underneath her.
That's pretty good. Yes, your book is definitely one of the best looking Indiegogo books out there. I mean, it's very nicely drawn. This is good artwork.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm taking a lot of time on it. I'm trying to put a lot of care and stuff into each panel. I want to make each panel look like it could be worthy of like at least being on some portion of a cover,
I know.
This is my first book. It's my first foray into comic books, so I wanted to really make sure that it looked good enough.
I know, and you are great at it. This is going to be in the hands of people, and they're going to really enjoy it. This is definitely a keeper. This is definitely a good book. You should go back, folks.
Not only should they back it because the book's going to be great, we've already passed the 10K mark, so everybody's also getting a second book with this. If you scroll all the way down, there's a book there. It looks like a kind of Batman the Animated Series style.
Yeah,
It's
the
called
book right here, unlocked.
Yeah, the Temple
The
of
first eight
Polar
pages are
Twilight.
one shot, Temple of Polar Twilight, and graphic novel. Next at 10,000, the full 28-page one shot, 300 separately included for all physical tier backers. That's good.
Yep, so that's already unlocked. So anybody that backs at a physical level, no matter what the physical level is, they're going to be getting 2 books, not just one.
It's good. Oh, I'm glad. That is a great perk. That is a great perk.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Get some
Right.
incentive. I don't know how many people like. I think my wife would probably kill me if I try to put somebody's comic book poster on my wall in the house. But a second book is always appreciated.
That sounds good. And I'm sure your customers really enjoy this book, and they're really going to enjoy both books with the buckler in it. I'm sure they really are. Well, mainly because you're basically harping on the Batman the Animated Series with some great artwork that can reminisce. Well, the cover really harkens back to that series and stuff. Just looking at it just tells me that these people are just going to. Well, just getting this cover alone, because the way it looks, will probably get you a few backers as well. Well, you just
hope
want to
so.
check out this one.
But it's a pretty good story. We kind of spitballed a couple of ideas, me and this guy named Joseph McKeever, and we're doing it kind of like a slasher movie where you don't actually see the buckler. He's in the first 4 pages, but the rest of the book it's entirely from the perspective of Harrington, the journalist, up there in the Canadian Arctic investigating some temple, and the buckler is essentially like a killer bear, and like every now and then a person from their party will go missing because of the buckler.
That sounds great. That's very great. All right, yeah, I love the slasher movies are pretty good and stuff like that, especially when they have a ton. It is going to be a comedy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, when it's tongue in cheek like that, that sounds like an awesome idea for a comic book.
And people in the chat are asking about your stuff. They haven't seen your stuff since they
Let's go over to my stuff now. Let me go over here and show you guys my stuff. Let's see. Scum Dogs. Let's go check out my graphic novel.
Oh, they wanted the link to sign up to your upcoming comic.
I haven't quite figured that out how to do that
Well,
yet.
you click that.
All right. All right. Let's see.
And then the up top in the thing, the address part, just copy and paste it into the chat.
I'll do this.
No,
Open the link.
go
and
right up. No, not open. You want to go into the address part and then go, Control C.
Control C.
No, right into the address bar. Click your cursor into the address bar, or copy link address. That's good too.
Copy link address. All right.
Yeah, and then go into the chat for here.
All right. To do it right and stuff. Whoops. All right, let me go over here and stuff like that. I hope it works right. Paste. There.
And then hit enter. There.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, did that work right?
Do you see it?
Mrs. Dillard Draws in the chat says, "Tell him to make me a moderator so I can do all these links for him."
All right, that sounds fun.
Okay.
I would love it if I could, and like that. Did you guys get it? Yeah, I can do it again and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, just go in the chat, right in the address bar.
All right, let's do that again. Let's just do that. That should do
No,
it
you're
now.
doing the wrong one. Let's just bring in the Indiegogo.
All right.
Go over to Indiegogo. Click on the
Alright.
address bar. No, not click Indiegogo. Click
Alright.
in the address bar.
Address first.
No, right up at the top where you would type in an address for website.
All right. Oh, you mean this right here?
Yeah.
That's how you do
And,
it. If I,
copy that and then.
all right, paste that. Do that. There, that does it.
Wait a minute.
folks,
Wait just
I'd
a
like to-
hot second here.
Mhm.
I recognize these groins. Were you on EVS's show?
Yep, I was.
That was the hot topic of the night. These groin shots.
Yeah, I know. It's a funny thing. I got you. Let me. Well, as I said, one of the inspirations for my comic books is Rob Liefeld's artwork and stuff like that, as well as Jim Lee and other '90s comic book artists and stuff like that. So I basically learned how to draw from watching these guys. So yeah, they are an influence and stuff like that. And it's basically the way he draws is a big influence on me, and I'm proud of it. I like it. They all like my artwork. Let's take a look at my trailer.
See, when I started drawing, I always thought that Liefeld and McFarlane stuff was too hard, so I copied easier stuff out of comic books.
All right, let's go look at this now.
Without any good comic books to read, as if you're falling through the depths of space, then come read Scumdog.
Wait a minute. You thought Rob Liefeld's artwork was really hard?
Yeah, you know how their panel layouts are super busy. Like some of them take up the whole page, and they're broken up into like a bunch of crazy angles, and the panel boxes are all crazy shaped. It was too busy for me. I couldn't wrap my head around it, so I started going after easier stuff.
I can see that and stuff like that. I just thought that you could basically draw Rob. I thought Rob Liefeld's style was simple enough. His characters, stuff like that, were simple. But yeah, he does a lot of busy artwork in it and stuff. But I thought because of how simple his artwork itself was, you could basically hype on into it, and you could basically draw a style similar to him pretty easily.
That's true, yeah. But easier for me was to like copy. Like remember like that Jim Lee X-Men cover that was everywhere. The one with Magneto holding his hand up on the cover, like a wraparound cover.
Yep. Yeah, one of the most famous covers ever now.
Yeah, and like that, I had that poster in my room, so I would always copy that because it was very front-on shots, very simple, very easy to see.
Yeah, there is that, but he does a lot of detail in the artwork, what I found was intimidating. But yeah, I've been trying to follow his style as well and trying to get that down as well. But yeah, I can see why it's still simple forward. You have Magneto, you have the X-Men all laid out in one area, just a front shot looking onward at them. I can see how easy it is. But it was such a big poster that's what found so intimidating about it as well. It just kept going on and on and on. But great cover.
Yeah, isn't that the best-selling comic of all time? That one?
Yep. X-Men 1 has made the most money of any comic book ever that has ever existed.
I say, yeah, I had that book. Everybody's like, well, duh, everybody did.
Yep.
Mrs. Gillett said she signed up for the sketchbook, and she wants to know where she can give you money. PayPal, Patreon.
I don't have a PayPal yet and stuff like that. I was waiting to get maybe 100. I was hoping to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube before I start a Patreon and stuff. Like that. I figured I could do that, but I have been thinking about starting a Patreon soon. Maybe, but I've been really thinking about just waiting until I get 1,000 subscribers first.
That way, I'm not sure how hard. I've been stuck at 700 for quite some time, so or just under 700. It could be a while before you get.
Yeah, but you don't do anything on your channel, Rick. That's why.
I'm on it like 6 days a week doing something.
Yeah.
Maybe not the most super entertaining, but I'm there.
There is that. Yeah, I've been doing my stream as well for over a year and stuff. My channel for over a year, and I've been doing pretty good. But good and stuff. But yeah, maybe I've been looking to get 1,000 subscribers, and that has been tough, especially with what YouTube is doing to people on their channel, sadly. But hey, I have been like him. I've been working my butt off trying to get more subscribers, and I have been basically sticking to my plan while working on my graphic novel.
Cool.
All right, let's look at my trailer here.
Without any great comic books to read, as if you're falling through the depths of space, then come read Scumdogs. It's one hell of a great comic book. You're just going to. And unlike the blue-haired land whales or the purple land whales, you won't get anything that you get politics in. You can hear it on the wind. Scumdogs, just a great comic. Just barging down your door, disturbing all the little purple bastards running and screaming. That's Scumdogs. You'll see the amazing sights of people running past gigantic, bizarre pictures, bizarre happenings, and great stories that'll make you just love the story. You'll get characters like Sloppy here, Hair Metal Doctor, Miss Breasty Millins, and you'll well as the ultimate character, Deathbug. Yes, Deathbug, and you'll see him fight his arch enemy, Buick Starcoon, who leads his team into space versus the Wild Rangers in epic battles against the Scum Dogs. You'll get characters like Hair Metal Doctor fighting Beach Pounder in an epic battle with Blast Tank along as well, firing off his missiles in an epic showdown that will leave you grasping and wanting more. That's Scum Dogs. Go and back it on Indiegogo. You'll get 3 covers. You'll get this cover here that's just awesome, the 90s vinyl muscle cover. You'll get this one, where basically a parody of of the characters just working in a broker. Okay. You also get 3 covers, as well as a cover with them just chasing down purple land whales. Okay, little purple bastards. But it's going to be awesome. Get back these 3 covers on Indiegogo. Back my comic book. You're just going to love it. That's Scum Dogs. Come and get it on Indiegogo.
And that was my trailer. What'd you guys think of it?
Was that a parody of Beavis and Butthead?
Pretty much.
Okay, I recognized it from the video game.
Well, Murder Mouth and Sloppy, I used to basically, and for a few ideas, they're a parody of the henchmen from 80s cartoons. But yeah, even basically, I did use some Beavis and Butthead in there because, as you can see, Murder Mouth does look like a heavy metal rock guy and stuff like that. And some of the ideas are like that would be like he's one of the more obnoxious character who's with a mean streak, while Sloppy is a big dumb idiot and stuff like that. So you can like saying how you can see it where Butthead is more of the jerk, while Beavis is more of the bang 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 and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You like that? You get the idea there. You can pretty much see in their way their characters look and stuff.
Dude, I really do like the way you have the over exaggerated features on these characters. They look pretty dope, man.
Thank you.
It reminds me of what's that guy that does the Rat Fink artwork?
Rat Fink.
You know, like for the car shows with the rat with the hot rod with the really big shifter.
Oh yeah. You mean
Ed Roth? No,
the big monsters driving these cars around.
Yeah. That's what it reminds me
That's
of.
another influence I had there, especially with Murder Mouth, because he looks like one of them.
I think it's Big Daddy Roth or something like that. The guy that does that artwork is really great.
I know who you're talking about. That's one of the premises of what I used to design Murder Mouth. Have you ever seen the Beetlejuice? Have you ever seen Beetlejuice, the cartoon?
Yes. I used to love that.
Have you ever known? I based Murder Mouth on the Beetlejuice opening. Did you know the part where those big mouths bite off Beetlejuice's heads? Those big mouths on stalks. I decided I took the head of that and put it on a character and called him Murder Mouth. And gave him hair metal hair and stuff like that, and a top hat, and decided to call that my own character.
I love it. Hey, dude, I gotta take off. I'm gonna start streaming at 9:30, so I gotta go get ready. But thanks for having me on. And your book looks great. I signed up for it.
Thank you for joining the Scumdogs Kennel. We'll see you later, man. Have some
later
fun.
On.
Yeah. All right. See you later.
I was going to say too, whenever you go live, you come over to my channel, Cross Comics, and I'll have you on, and we'll go through your campaign and all that. Do a little.
Thank you. Same goes to if Dillard's still here, contact me on Twitter. The same thing for you, Cross Comics. Just basically send me a DM and stuff.
Okay. Or let's see. I can give you a link to my Twitter.
All right.
Here.
Let's see here. I'm going to check out some of these chats over here. Scumdogs, I subscribe. Do you have a Twitter? Wow. Do I have a lot of chats today? Wow. Are you on Minds? Twitter is Trass. I'm on Minds, I think, yeah. But I'm also on Parlor as well.
Parlor's down.
I know, sadly and stuff. But I do have something up on. I also have Facebook as well and stuff like that. Let's see. Anyone else? I have something on Minds as well as on BitChute, as I've said before. I also have an account on Rumble where you can see some of my videos and stuff like that.
In our private chat here in StreamYard, to put my Twitter. So,
all right, Twitter and stuff like that. Let me check you. See if you've appeared here on my.
No, like in our private chat, here in
Pirate Shop.
StreamYard.
All right.
In StreamYard. Sir.
Mr. Draws followed you. Thank you. All right, let's go to private chats and stuff like that. Let me do this over here. Ooh, here we go. I guess I'll send you a DM and stuff like that.
Oh, you can just hit the follow for now, and
right.
that way I will.
It's pretty good. Cross Comics, we have you there. Let me hit the follow button as well. Yeah. All right, that's pretty good. Following Cross Comics. There, see you up on my thing. That's pretty good. Thank you, Cross Comics. Your artwork looks pretty good, and I thank you for being on.
Yeah,
Let's
and I
see,
just
what else do
followed
you
you
want to talk
back.
about? We can look at some news stories now, or maybe we can look at some of this. I was looking at this Kickstarter campaign, Irina, which has made $32,000 already, going for a pretty good price here. It's a Genesis Metal Fury Arena. This looks like a great-looking campaign and stuff like that. We could look at this again, or I can look at go over here and look at some more Indiegogos, or I can go over and maybe look at Star Wars's. Let's see, Star Wars.
Another good campaign that's up right too now on Indiegogo is Melvin.
Oh yeah, Melvin. Yeah, I've been looking at that for the last few days occasionally. Yeah, I guess I should just look at it. Melvin. See that up there. Maybe I better go to comics.
It's MELVIN.
MELVIN. Right?
Yeah.
All right, Melvin 1. This has some great artwork and stuff like that. It really looks like an 80s comic book. I mean, look at this artwork and stuff like that. Great looking. I like this right here. Let's see where. Yeah, this year Melvin's going to insult your senses. I was trying to look for the. Ooh, what do we have here? A card set available at 3,000. Razor Strike, Aragons. Oh, full colored version of Melvin 1 available at 30,500. Oh, look at this artwork. That's pretty good. Yeah, nice, very nice. The artwork for this book is good, very good. And the coloring looks good as well. Here's Melvin 1 with Dillard cover and full colored pages at 4,000. Melvin 1. Yeah, now that is a great cover. Look at this.
Yeah.
The artist is very good at this with some great artwork.
Yeah. Well, the one that you just saw, the last cover there, that's unlocked at 4,000, John drew that. That was just on here. He drew and colored it.
Yeah, John Dillard, I should say. Yeah, artist for this cover. He did some great artwork here. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now that he basically look at that, it's basically look at that Rambo crossed over with
Captain America.
Yeah, I know Captain America, as well as every other
Shield bearing
crossed over with Rambo, and that's just awesome. That is great. It really fits the other artwork as well.
Yeah.
Good. Let's see. My note you want to read. It's 24 action-packed pages. You can back this book for $10 and that's just good there. Basically, more than only a little. It's a little over the price of this book if you bought it at a comic shop, which would be about $4.
And he's got 2 alternate covers, and you can get all 3 covers. You can get all 3 covers for $20.
Oh, original 1, 2, and alt at $20. You can see here.
And normally they're like $10 a piece if you were to get them separate. So that's a really good deal.
That it is. It's made over.
I was just gonna. Barbara Rogers said hello to me in the chat, so hello back there.
It's Melvin has only made $286. It's going for $2,000. Really should be big funded because this artwork in this book do look great. Let's take a look at this trailer now. All right. That was pretty good. It looked pretty great. That was Melvin 1. Whoops. I'm still on it and stuff like that. Artwork for this book is real Melvin 1 original, like there, something like that. Looks pretty good. Cross Comics, do you have any other things to say about this?
He's good. You can find him in my chat a lot of times too, and I'm just giving him a tweet, DM, tell him that we're checking out his book here, so he might be here in a second or two. So.
Oh, that's pretty good. So let's see, Cross Comics. What are your future plans for the Canadian Shield? Then, while we wait if this guy's going to basically come in.
Yeah. Well, I'm planning on an ongoing series. For him, I've got like 8 books written for him, and like I said, I have a very extended universe. I've got issues written for like 6 other characters as well that I plan to be bringing out very soon as well. Link Chris says, Mrs. Sunburn.
All right. Comments. Let's see this link to who then?
Probably maybe Melvin.
All right. Cross Comics. Maybe put my. Let me go back to and put. Let me go and get another invite. Put it in the chat again. Stuff like that. Let's get this up here. There. That should do it. Maybe we should do that again to make sure. Did you guys get it and stuff? I put it up too, like that. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
We got some people watching. We have a bunch of chats, and they're doing pretty well. Go down here and stuff. Read comics, they're bad for you. There's my link and stuff. You can guys use it. And then look at all the. I've never had this many chats before. This is great.
Well, somebody from my channel found you, and basically I was ending. We all came over to here, and I think a few guys subscribed to you too. So you probably went up a few.
Also, that's pretty good. Thanks for folks. Hit that like button for me, and it helps me fight the algorithm. And please also subscribe, as well as please share this video out on Twitter and anywhere else.
Hey, Timothy. Timothy's in the chat. Yeah, we were just showing Melvin here. Timothy? Yep,
that's right. All right, Timothy, let me go down here. Look for some chats from Timothy and stuff like that. Wow. Rob Rogers to Cross Comics. Rob Rogers, Little Miss Sunshine. Thank you, Rob Rogers, for showing up. Someone who's been on my chat before. I love hearing from you. Timothy Olsen, what is up? Yeah, we're looking at your comic book, Timothy Olsen. Your book looks great. Melvin looks like a great book. All right. Feel free to jump on anytime. We sent the link here so you can use it. All right. Let's see. Timothy Olsen, Ty. All right, Ty. Okay.
Timothy.
All right. Let's see. What else?
Barbara said she meant the comic. So if you go up to the Indiegogo again.
Yeah, I know. I got it up there. His comic book or my comic book?
Well, you can probably do both. Just click in the chat.
All right. Let's see. I'll get this up here. Let's see.
Just click in the address. Yeah.
I know, like that and stuff like that. Put it over here. Now I got. I'll get to you in a moment. All right. I see Tim right there. I'll get him on here. Let me get my. Let me go over here though. Get this done first before I get him on here.
Barb says all of them.
Right there and stuff. Put my own like that. I'll put my comic book right here. I'll do that, and I'll get that in there. And now I'll put. Let's get there. Hey Tim, welcome to the Scumdogs Kennel. Happy to have you on.
Every time I hear Scumdogs, I think of Guar.
I know. I
Scumdog
know. They are an influence on my comic book, and basically, I will try to have hype on the
You do
kind
know.
of humor they have in their shows.
You do
Is
know.
there a problem with
You do like-
is there a problem with your stream or something with your link? Because you sound all
Yeah.
gravelly.
Yeah, your audio is
Well-
coming through garbled, Timothy,
I don't know.
or staticky as you
Yeah.
talk.
You sound like Darth Vader almost. Let's try that again. I hope he gets back on here soon.
Yeah,
I love to hear more for what this guy has to say and stuff.
yeah.
Ooh, we have 5 people watching. Let's see how many people hit that like button for me. 12 people have hit their like button. Thank you, folks. Continue to hit that like button and have some fun and watching the Scumdogs Kennel. Ooh, let's go back over here. All right.
I get the last one that you put in is Buckler, maybe.
Yeah, the Buckler.
Yeah, for Indiegogo.
Yeah, I know. All right. Right. All right. Let's see. We can look at this trailer again while we wait and stuff. I guess we can look at some. Let's look at this trailer in here while we wait.
Okay.
This is for a video game, as I said before.
Wait, Ninja! Irina, Genesis, Metal Fury. Welcome to the next level. Take control of the mighty Raiden MG323 and destroy them all. Save your progress onto backup memory. Devastate your enemies with the Dragon Fury attack. Show no weakness against bosses. Yes, when you die. Share your best high scores on the internet. Join Selena to help defeat the Emperor Shimgor's army. Use one of 3 available weapons to clear your way. Irina, Genesis, Metal Fury. Available weapons.
All right, that was this game here. It's a new Genesis game, basically being kicking back and stuff. Let's go back over here. Here we are. Hey Tim, tell us about
Wait,
your
test.
That's
Yeah,
working
we-
better.
Great, man.
All right,
That's
cool.
working better.
All right, let me go over here and do this. Yeah, there we are.
All right. So you want me to tell you about my book? Is that
Yep.
it? Melvin is a mercenary hired to save a princess from a deadly cult.
And that's it. That does sound good, though. It's very easy.
Pretty straightforward. I mean, some people they go through this lengthy explanation. Just come out and just say it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. So Melvin's character himself, he's a hard-fighting, hard-drinking fighter who likes to go out and save the day.
He is a mercenary that's all about the job. I'm pretty sure when he's not doing anything, he's in some bar drinking. But the story is pretty much he's hired to save this. He's hired by he's contracted by her father to get her from the skull. So he goes and attempts to save her, but there's a plot twist, of course. I don't want to give too much away. You know, spoilers.
That sounds
People hate
good.
those.
The artwork itself is great for this book. Plus, it looks like that you did very well having it colored and stuff like that. It just looks like a classic comic from the 80s. Not the best.
I get that a lot.
And stuff like that, but it looks like you did really well on it, and which is really good.
Yeah.
I like the style of the 80s comic books. And sometimes they weren't colored the best like they were in the 90s and stuff like that, but I miss the style from the 80s and like that. I mean, I can give you an example of that would be a 90s comic book would be Infinity War. The coloring on that book was great, but it wasn't done digitally or anything like that. But the way it was colored, just so good. It really made the artwork pop. And
Infinity War.
that's why,
Wasn't that the '90s though? Wasn't that the sequel to the Infinity Gauntlet?
Yeah, pretty much. Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah.
That was
Right.
'90s.
Oh, I was talking about Infinity Gauntlet. Actually, I was Infinity War, Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, stick with Infinity Gauntlet. The sequel to that was garbage.
Yeah, Infinity War was the one with all the clones and stuff. Well, evil clones they created and stuff. I thought they had some good character designs. But the only character that really came out of it was the Spider Doppelganger, who stayed around for a while for some odd reason. It was in
Is that the one that
Carnage. You know, it was that 6-armed Spider-Man clone.
Yeah.
And stuff with the teeth. You know,
Doppelganger.
Yeah.
With that, they copied too much with Venom and stuff because they just had to have him have a maw of razor teeth in his mouth as well.
I didn't like.
He did stay around a while, and he basically ended up becoming Carnage's pet.
I never liked Spider-Man. I always thought Peter Parker was kind of a bitch.
I liked Spider-Man till the Clone Wars happened, and then they brought his Aunt May back from the dead. That pretty much. Still am a fan of him, but when I was at the comic book stand I was at an actual comic book stand back in the '90s when I found out they brought Aunt May back. When they killed her off, I thought that was. It was sort of a mistake and stuff like that, but then they just brought her back because they basically were going to have him have his daughter and stuff like that. But then they have Aunt May back. They kind of basically killed some of my fandom. Just I
was more of like a Wolverine, Punisher. You know, I like the badasses. I didn't like Peter Parker was always whining about his uncle dying or something.
I know. I was mostly into X-Men. I was reading Spider-Man's. I was basically just skimming the books, but mostly I was just collecting X-Men comic books back in the '90s, and I just basically skimmed it because there were so many different X-Men books and Spider-Man books. I just made a decision just to collect the X-Men books, but I would occasionally pick through a Spider-Man book and I would know that there was the Clone Wars was going on, and they killed Aunt May, and then basically they had the May Parker kid, and then they brought Aunt May back because they can't have any changes into it, and Aunt May's over 100 years old now, and something like that. She should not still be alive, for God's sakes.
Yeah. Marvel has a tendency to run things into the ground. But actually, when I did the storyboards, I was always doing it in because I'm influenced also by like early '90s Image.
That's good.
Yeah, and but the artist I hired, his interpretation made it look like something out of Conan, and I liked it, so I rolled with it.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's very good. So, you have what are your plans for Melvin and stuff?
Well, I hopefully can get I'd like to get this funded and get it to the backers, and then work on my next project like soon after.
And I hope you do get this book funded. Everyone, go fund back this book. Melvin looks good. The name is funny, but looking at the book itself, Melvin's an interesting name to call your character, and I really like it, but because the character is just awesome looking and stuff. The artwork is good.
The name
supposed to be golden and stuff, or is that basically all style here? Is he an alien?
Yeah, they're all. It's a sci-fi fantasy.
Okay, so he's an alien life form and stuff. So, does he have any special abilities, or is he just basically just a man who just has golden skin? He's just an alien.
You won't see them in this, but he does have special abilities. But you'll probably only see really super strength in this one. But there's another one that will be shown in maybe like the second issue, maybe.
Okay, I see that you basically is he somehow related to humans? Because I guess that those don't look exactly like normal human guns and stuff like that. So I guess not ray blasters, because it looks like he's wielding a machine gun and stuff like that.
I don't know. Maybe they use a different type of ammo.
There's that too. So what's the name of his species, and as well as the name of this girl's species too, and stuff?
Well, there's red and green Martians. Melvin is as far as he knows, the last of his kind. I combined the Spartans and Martians together, and I got Spartians.
Yeah. All right, that sounds pretty good.
And their race was designed, was engineered, and made to be their war's DNA. So they're naturally geared for learning how to fight. Yeah,
That's pretty good. That's a good storyline, a good hook. I really like what I'm doing here. So basically, he's a race of super soldiers, was why he has this sort of Captain America's shield there, sort of harping back to that idea. But he's the last of his race. That's a bad idea.
Yeah. I was thinking of doing kind of a backstory of how that shield, how he got that shield, how that shield got into, because this is also like the future and Earth no longer exists, right?
Oh, right. So then actually he's a subspecies of human. Then is he? Then?
No. His DNA comes from the being that's War himself.
War itself.
Yeah. The being. There's the four horsemen. I think wasn't War one of them.
Oh, I get it. One of the harbingers of the apocalypse, the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Ooh.
Okay, no. War was not one of them.
Was born from war.
Well, yeah. What if War was like an entity that had DNA that could be,
And then he created his race. But does that mean in some way he's related to humans, or was he completely an alien life form?
He's an alien life form.
And stuff like that. All these people were basically because they do look human, but they're in the future, and they're basically these are sub races of humans that have basically survived Earth's destruction. Basically, they are humans, but they've been genetically engineered to live on Mars and stuff like that.
No, Mars is no longer inhabitable. So these two types of Martians have gone to live elsewhere because they can't live on the planet anymore.
Okay, so the Earth's solar system is uninhabitable now, but are they
pretty much?
Yeah. Okay, so this has happened so far in the future that we've moved on. That these creatures have moved into this other solar system and stuff like that, and basically
elsewhere. Other places elsewhere.
Huh? Yeah.
Other places.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, as far as what's concrete is the first issue, and these, all these ideas are kind of like in the concept stages until I make the second issue. Then that second issue is concrete, but everything I'm coming off the top of the dome is like concepts. I'm always kicking it around while I'm working on the story.
Okay.
I'm actually working on a webcomic, a Melvin webcomic that will kind of go more into the backstory, the history of the character.
That sounds good.
Try to cover all the bases.
So, are these guys related to humans? Are humans extinct? I mean, are these basically like the descendants of humans who've been genetically?
Well, the Book of Revelations, right?
Uh-huh. Well, some.
What if a planet created and and then the population kind of gets the word of God, and then what if that's like a natural life cycle to every planet? Right? So Earth exists, but it doesn't exist. It's like Cross knows what I'm talking about, right?
You're saying it exists in the past of
well, isn't it like at the end of the Book of Revelations, like heaven and earth are one, kind of pretty much?
Yeah,
well,
like a new Earth.
At the end, there's a new heaven and new Earth,
and
a new Jerusalem comes down from the new heavens.
Well, what is that? Like, let's ask this question: if there was like other planets, what would that mean for the rest of the galaxy? Would Earth like not exist anymore to them? Like they'd be just wiped from their collective memories?
Well, I always thought that idea could possibly happen because if we do move out into space and stuff like that, if there are other planets, it could be because you remember. Every planet you're on is basically Earth. It's the Earth under your feet and stuff like that. And if Earth passes away, any planet you're on is basically the new Earth you're going to be on because you're on Earth and stuff. Because not our Earth, but the actual Earth. Earth is the ground and stuff is the name for it. So
we're getting off. Well, anyway, those are just ideas I'm kicking around, and I'm going to explore more in the webcomic. But what we do know is in this comic book, we know Melvin was hired to save a princess from the cult. He attempts to, when he gets to where she's already freed herself. So the story is, and I guess I'll tell people, most of the story is he's fighting through like cultists and whatever creatures are in this jungle to try to get to her. And when he does, she's already kind of taking care of some of them herself.
Oh, all right.
So So that's the twist. She knows how to fight.
I'm afraid I wasn't looking at. I was hearing that. I was hoping to show off some of your artwork here and stuff. As I said, I'm not so sure anyone saw any of your artwork here. I was trying to show off and stuff.
I'm the creator. I hire art. The artist that does the inside pages is Sherwin K. Sains.
And he does some great artwork, and I have to say, I really like it.
He did that cover. And then the second one is done by, scroll up a little bit, is done by
John Dillard, the guy who does the Buckler.
No, he
He did this cover here.
He did that one.
Yeah.
But I was talking about the one done by, I always forget his name. It always slips my mind for some reason. Maybe because I don't say it enough.
Okay, there's the Vic King one. There's the Sherwin one.
Right.
The Melvin one.
Ewing.
This one right
Rob
here.
Ewing. Rob Ewing. Yeah, Rob Ewing.
I can read it right here and stuff. And the artwork for this is pretty good. It looks like a good cover, good classic 80s cover as well. Good classic artwork is just period right there.
You notice the pouches on the belt?
Yep, Rob Liefeld style.
Vic King did the original cover, and he's awesome.
Right.
It's gonna be about 27 pages. There's gonna be buttons, stickers. One of the stretch goals is gonna be some cards. Then another stretch goal is gonna be the fully colored version of the comic book.
That is good. Right, fully colored version. We saw that down here and stuff. Is this a cover as well? This let me see. The Sherwin K.O. Sains cover, $10.
Yes.
Oh, you can. That's a good price for all three. All three covers is $10. That's great.
Yeah. You should totally back it.
Maybe I think I might. I probably will because it's only $10 and can easily be sent to me. I'm already waiting for a few other Indiegogo books, but your book definitely looks good. I'm definitely thinking about. I probably will back this period, but right now I'm still looking at some other stuff before I back anything else. Have my money saved up. I'm going to back a Wrecked Planet again. I already backed it once for the Ides of March cover. I plan to back again for the Jar Lee cover and stuff. So there's that I want to do. But I think I might back your book first because after all it's $10 and this easily be shipped to me and stuff. And that sounds great. I really want this cover here because I really like it. But then again, the John Dillard cover. Is it available yet? The John Dillard cover.
I was hoping to like for it to get like the $4,000.
Oh yeah, $4,000. Yeah, so
I was hoping that would get people to start backing.
I know. You should try to get out. Have you been on Ethan Van Sciver's channel yet?
I have never been. I don't. Am I even worthy?
You are worthy.
Hey. Timothy, yeah, who cares? Who cares whether you're worthy? Just try and get on. No, you can't. You can't obviously.
Well, he doesn't. I guess he doesn't. If he doesn't like the artwork, he doesn't promote it. Yeah. He said as much. So who knows?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think his DMs are open. You just DM him with a link, and hopefully he looks at it. It can't hurt, right?
No guts, no glory. Yeah.
No, I think your book will do it. Your book has a great hook on it. It looks written in the art, and the artist you got on this book looks great. The artwork is good, man. And just I love this cover right here. I'm probably going to back this book, I'll get this one. The other covers are good. This one is funny looking and stuff like that, but nice looking, just cool there. This one looks pretty good, but this one really looks nice. But the John Dillard cover looks also as good. So Melvin looks like a hell of a great looking book.
It's a fantastic book.
All right, a fantastic book. That's good. That's good too. And I really have to say I love it. I think it's just one hell of a great looking book. All right. Let's see, anything else we can talk about? Do you have anything else to say about this? What about his villains? What do you say about the villains?
The villain Arjonis. He is a fanatical. He's only the second highest priest in the cult, but he's fanatical. He sacrifices as many people he can to appease his god, Azarka.
That sounds good and interesting. So he's a cult leader then.
He's the second high. It's kind of like how there's Darth Vader, but then above Darth Vader there's Palpatine.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so he's basically the dragon to the main villain, or is he actually the main villain?
He's going. At this point in the book, people will assume he's the main villain until probably the end of the book when they find out.
Same way with Darth Vader. Before you actually saw him basically bow down to the Emperor in the New Hope, you thought this guy was the main villain, but then you find out later on in the movie that he serves the Emperor.
Right. Well, that's what I think that was Empire Strikes Back. I'm thinking, but yeah.
Yeah, no, you see the Emperor Palpatine in the New Hope and stuff. You see him basically. I'm pretty sure that's the scene where he basically bows down to the hologram of Palpatine. I'm pretty sure that's what I think that was in the first one. You don't see Palpatine at all in the Empire Strikes Back. I'm sure because you don't see him again until the third movie and stuff.
Okay.
Happens.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe I'm basically confusing that with what George Lucas did back in the 90s and added all that new stuff to those original Star Wars movies, like those new special effects and just basically adding maybe add Palpatine.
What happened was the Empire Strikes Back. He replaced it with the current actor who played in the Return of the Jedi.
All right.
Yeah.
There was that too. Yeah, there was that and stuff because they did look different because in the original thing with the hologram, Palpatine's face was so puffy looking that you'd wonder if he was human at all.
Yeah. It didn't quite match the actor in Return of the Jedi either.
There's that. I know. But you can explain that for maybe the fact that his face was so puffy. Maybe Palpatine was having a bad day.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. See right there? See that page right there where we're looking at right now? That's the page where she comes in and basically saves Melvin.
I know. She's firing at that and stuff like that. She's a great looking character there. Who is she, by the way? And who is she to Melvin?
That's Princess Alice. He is the woman he's trying to save from the cult. But it turns out she doesn't really. It's funny. I'm not even a feminist, and I was able to draw a stronger character than any feminist could.
Yep.
Right.
That she is definitely stronger than any other character I've seen currently in media who's female. There's something about her. You see, she has style.
Yeah. Yeah, she's I basically kind of designed the character based on Lauren Southern.
All right.
Rick knows who she is, but
she's a Canadian.
I know who she is and stuff. She basically she did this Heartlands documentary and stuff like that and other stuff. She was
I say you do know.
Yeah, I know about Lauren Southern. Yeah, I can see that she looks like her a bit. Good for you. Good smart work. All right.
Well, Sherwin is a good artist. I hope more people hire him.
He should be hired. I mean, look at this. Great. Very good and very nice. You have these stretch goals for cards here, and they look damn good. I love these two cards here. They look great.
I wanted to kind of just give people just enough to kind of show them what they look like.
Here's the fully colored version of the artwork and stuff. And just looks like a classic book from the 80s and stuff with the way it looks. You didn't really do. That's the thing about it. You just took shots from the comic book, and they look, for some odd reason, they look so much better as cards. Or maybe it's just like that. I mean, for some reason, the artwork looks better on a card here, just to me. But the artwork itself is just good, just plainly good. Maybe it's just because it's just a sample of the artwork. It just looks better than the comic book itself for some rare reason. But these are just shots from the comic book, which is odd.
Yeah. Well, I like how the color kind of makes the makes the pages kind of stand out.
There's that. And then when you basically turn into a card, it makes the cards stand out for some odd reason. And that's why I said that the cards themselves, the artwork looks better than the comic book itself, but it's the same artwork. I mean, look at this. If you here's this. Let's see. Most definitely, this. I saw this panel here in the video of this guy here. This is a panel particularly directly from the comic book, and it looks, for some odd reason, looks better than looks better here than it does in the comic book.
It's probably because it's framed in that silver type thing, you know.
It could
Probably.
be. Maybe that's why it looks better to me. But the artwork itself in the comic book is just great. But for some odd reason, it's just framing it here makes it look so much nicer.
Oh, maybe I never really thought about that. I thought the whole campaign looked good, but
the artwork itself looks great and stuff. I'm just saying the cards, for some odd reason, the artwork in them looks better than the comic book itself. But it's the same artwork.
That's an interesting thing.
The same artwork, and I can pick out the panel itself for each panel that was used for this and stuff like that. I think it's just because it's been framed and stuff like that. It just makes it look like it's presented to you like this, so it looks better for some odd reason.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
As presentation like that. I mean, the artwork. I mean, I love here. This looks like this. I mean, this panel here. Yeah, you can see how it looks directly. Would be used on a card, and like here, we look good. Both of them look great and stuff. Sometimes it's presentation that makes it look good, look better and stuff like that. But if you see this right here, this looks directly looks just as good as the card panel itself. This panel right here.
Yeah. Now, if you notice the John Dillon cover, he took some different liberties, but I kind of like his interpretations. Like, I like to see how other people would interpret the character. Sometimes it's pretty cool looking. It's like, oh.
I mean, look at this. You see here how you have this on this perk thing here, how it basically shrinks down the image.
Yeah. They have to be a certain size.
It makes it look better and stuff. And so look at this. This cover here looks good. If you look like this, this is definitely something I'd love to have in my hands. But if you shrink down the image and and it looks also a bit darker, and basically with Melvin here and the fur light, if you put that on a card, it would just look a bit better than the cover itself for some odd reason. That's only because it's been shrunk down. Sometimes it makes the artwork look better.
Yeah.
But either way, fully blown up, the artwork is just good. You could have this as a poster and it would look good on your wall.
Yeah, that could be a possibility too sometimes.
I'm already offering a poster for my own campaign of Buick Starpoon, which I plan to start doing soon. Well, I already have an idea of what to do with it. It'll look great and stuff for people to back. It's going to be a free poster added for the first 100 backers, though.
Oh, cool idea. Did you see Rick Piper's coloring book?
You mean a Canadian Shield?
Yeah,
we looked at it earlier and stuff. It looked pretty good.
Yeah.
How you doing on that campaign, Rick?
I'm at I think 121 Canadian still.
What's your goal?
$500 flexible.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's an easy to print one. You know, that's not going to be a super big cost. You know, I might like to print a few extras, but if need be, I'll just print what I need. You know.
Did you extend the goal?
What do you mean?
I mean, did you have only how long is the run? How long is the
well, I just started not even a week, just a week ago. I've got like 25 days left, and that's for the first 30. You know, of course, I'll extend it. You know,
you did extend it though. You had it even shorter though.
No, I haven't extended it yet.
Oh, so you did start for 30 days.
Yeah.
Oh.
And at the like around February 7th, you know, I'll extend it for another 30. probably, especially if it hasn't reached its goal, which hopefully it will.
And then you can find out if they'll send you the money and not you won't have to get John to go get it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been a pain in the butt.
Oh yeah, especially with arguing with him for like 3 or 4 months.
Jeez Louise.
I'm hoping this does it because if it doesn't, John has agreed to get it this time. But if it doesn't, I'm never going back to Indiegogo.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, looks like he dropped out.
he maybe lost internet.
This is the encore. This is the encore of After Dark with
yeah, on somebody else's channel completely.
It's been hijacked.
Well, are we even? Yeah, I think we're still live. But yeah, as long if I can get the money, fine, I'll come back to Indiegogo. But if not, I won't go back to Indiegogo. If I have problems again,
Well, you're gonna go to Kickstarter.
I'm not even sure whether that'll be different. But I might try a campaign over there too in Canadian dollars. Well, I've tried over there. I haven't actually funded over there. I've tried a couple times over there. But then again, I tried. It was a secondary campaign for the Canadian Shield #1.
Mm.
So I might try again and over Kickstarter eventually. I could probably do the coloring book over there too and test it out over there. It's a totally different audience,
Whatever works, man.
The only problem is they don't have a flexible goal. So I'd have to get the $500 no matter what.
Oh yeah, that's the downside. I don't like that about Kickstarter. I don't know if I want to try that. I mean, if I knew like I could fund it like within hours, just like have it completely funded within hours, then I'd do it. But
yeah, well,
a guy like me has to hustle to make that happen.
Yeah. Well, my first one here on Indiegogo, I did, not $2,000 non-flexible goal. So, and I made it by the skin of my teeth. Thanks to a lot of people, I can give them credit.
Oh, of course you should.
John helped a lot. A lot of people helped. And there's, you should just start emailing anybody that'll possibly have you on. Like, have you approached Mandy Summers?
Yes, I have. I think I have.
Or a Church of Failure.
Church of Failure. It's an interesting name.
There's Adam Post. You said you were on Critical Blast, right? So
yeah, but I got two backers out of that.
Yeah. Just get on anybody that'll have you on.
Yep.
And the thing is, you might have to just go through Twitter, try and find people and just that have shows, or through YouTube and get their Twitter and send out. Even if you can't DM them, just put out a post and at them in it.
Yeah. No guts, no glory.
Yeah.
I think you pretty much have taken his show by accident.
Yeah. Well, we're still live. I can see it's still live there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happens if we go, whether his show will just keep going without him ending it or not.
He'll get up in the morning with a cup of coffee and go, "Oh, you guys are still on." Oh shoot!
Or his power could have went out or something. Who knows?
Well, I doubt that. I wonder what's being said in the chat, though.
Not much at the moment. Just was said for you earlier. It's not just about good art. The story has to be good too. You can have a good art and a shitty story, and it won't sell. Star Wars High Republic is a case study. And she was saying earlier, you just have to put out the word and sell it. And she says, even if you have success, people poo-poo it because they have petty jealousy.
Yeah, most likely. But it's like I said, even if I only have like 14 backers by the end of my campaign, that's 14 people who know who'll have my stuff and know who I am.
Yeah. And the thing is, at that point, you just print up 14 or 15 books. That way you have one for yourself and just enough for your backers.
Hello, hey guys.
Hello. We tried to keep your stream going, keep it entertaining.
Rick was trying to steal your show from you. He was like, I'm going to use this.
I'm trying to get back as quickly as possible. All right, I might want to just end this stream soon and stuff because I don't want that to happen again. So maybe Cross Comics, you do your stick and stuff like that.
Okay, no problem. People can find me here on YouTube at Cross Comics. Also, I have Webtoons, Cross Comics, everywhere. I'm Cross Comics. On Facebook, Twitter. I was on Parler. On Minds. I'm trying to get on Gab, but I got some Actually, I even got some problems getting on Minds at the moment. But Twitter, YouTube, you can find me easy enough. Cross Comics. So please go follow me there.
Right.
Let's get me to 1,000.
All right, Tim, your last words on this.
I have Melvin #1 on Indiegogo. It's a fantastic action book, and you should totally get it. You can find me on Facebook under Max Lee. I'm on Minds now, and you can find me on Twitter under Tim Lee Olson. And and again, back Melvin because it's awesome.
All right, that sounds good. I'm going to show off my trailer one more time before we go.
Oh, one quick thing. Also, back to Kenny and the Cross Comics coloring book Indiegogo.
Do it or Cross will come to your house.
All right, let's do this. Let me go here.
Or it could be crossed at you.
I can't get my thing there's this. For some odd reason, I can't get my share screen. Did I not go to? Oh, I didn't go to share screen just yet. That's why it wasn't working. I just saw you guys and stuff. You did do your spiel and stuff like that. Here's my trailer. I'll look at it one more time. Here we go.
Without any great comic books to read, as if you're falling through the depths of space, then come read Scumdogs. It's one hell of a great comic book. You're just going to love it. And unlike the blue-haired land whales or the purple land whales, you won't get anything like that you can politics in. You can hear it on the wind. Scumdogs. Just a great comic. Just barging down your door, send all the little purple bastards running and screaming at him. That's Scumdogs. You'll see the amazing sights of people running past gigantic, bizarre pictures, bizarre happenings, and great stories that'll make you just love the story. You'll get characters like Sloppy here, Hair Metal Doctor, Miss Breasty Melons, and you'll also get Mouth as well as the ultimate character, Deathmug. Yes, Deathmug, and you'll see him fight his arch enemy, Buick Starcoon, who leads his team into space versus the Wild Rangers in epic battles against the Scumdogs. You'll get characters like Hair Metal Doctor fighting Beach Pounder in an epic battle with a Brass Tank along as well, firing off his missiles in an epic showdown that will leave you grasping and wanting more. That's Scumdogs going back it on Indiegogo. You'll get 3 covers. You'll get this cover here that's just awesome, the 90s violent muscle cover. You'll get this one where basically a parody of the characters just working at a burger. Okay. You also get 3 covers, as well as the cover with them just chasing down purple land whales. Okay, little purple bastards. But it's going to be awesome. Get back these 3 covers on Indiegogo. That's my comic book. You're just going to love it. That's Scumdogs. Come and get it on Indiegogo.
On Indiegogo. Yeah, there's that. I'm going to thank you both for joining me. We had some fun and stuff like that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read Comics They're Bad For You. There is misspelled in the title. So it's Read Comics They're Bad For You, THERE. Read Comics They're Bad For You. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that like button, as well as leave some comments down below. I love to hear from you guys. Anything else I got to say? Yeah. I'll be back again tomorrow around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, or maybe 8 or 10 or 11 for another live stream, as well as go over and subscribe to Cross Comics and as well as go over and subscribe to Stitch Together Picks. It's a YouTube channel that deserves far more subscribers, as well as go over and subscribe to Creepy Little Book. It's like the Art Bell radio show. He does a live stream on weekdays around 12:30. As well as doing these little videos around every week or so. And on weekends, he does his live stream around 11 o'clock. That's Creepy Little Book. Go and subscribe to him, as well as go over and subscribe on Twitch to Robot Co-op. Remember, folks, I'll be back again tomorrow. Chris Williams from the Scumdogs Kennel. I'll probably be around maybe 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or so. So be sure to come back again then. Till then, folks, I'm Chris Williams. Have a good day.